Kazuya, Palutena.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Game 1 of Losers Semis.
3, 2, 1, go!
And we're immediately quitting out.
No
Bad
contest.
controls.
Start battle.
We're still pretty much the same characters. But actually though.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, here we go. Game 1 starts up with an auto-reticle. Oh, you got nared!
Back air. Forward back air. Oh, why did you?
What?
Now we're on to Riddles versus Chase.
Ha!
That means Chris is gonna win.
Oof. You think I'm going to get after this game?
I was just gonna go see what was going on over there right now. Just check on people, see how it's going.
Alright, I'd let them know that they'll need somebody else. Go for it. YEETUS taking an early stock off chrisalash. Game 1. But at the same time, chrisalash quickly returning the favor. 0%, we're dead even here. And we start again with the Nair Trains of Palutena. YEETUS goes high, and Chris finds Nair again. YEETUS at 93%, but he only really needs one combo in order to get that kill, and Chris knows that, so he runs away as soon as he gets hit. Back air, pushing YEETUS off stage. YEETUS off stage, Chris fishing for his back air a little bit. Not finding it. Finding it. There he goes. Chris up one stock against YEETUS in the losers semifinals. Finds the Nair again. 50%. Uh-oh. And that is the stock. Like we said, Kazuya is just such a dangerous character. He only needs one hit in a proper place and you could just die at almost any percent. Uh-oh. YEETUS almost closing the game out. Oh! A near kill from chrisalash. Very close game 1. Very, very close game 1. Back throw will take it for chrisalash over YEETUS. Game 1 to Kirksville Truman State University's resident Palutena. And it's a beautiful day out here in the Bulldog Brawl. So we head into game 2. I am going to be taking my leave and see if we can get another commentator set this way. I have been YOLO, and this has been fun. There you go. Game 2 switches to Bayonetta. This will be a fun match.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am D-Dude, and I will be filling in for commentator. So, I can see right away that I'm joining mid-set in chrisalash versus YEETUS. I wasn't here for this, but Chris forced YEETUS off Kazuya game 1, which is very impressive. Well, with that said, I'm not quite sure how this is going to go for YEETUS, because for those who don't know, Ethereal is a Bayonetta player who has a great presence on our campus. In fact, he just won last night's pre-local, so I imagine Chris is probably very comfortable right now. One thing to definitely pay attention to is these burst options from the Bayonetta. So a very common thing they like to do, for those who don't know, is that big kick on either the ground or the air. That's their moneymaker. That's kind of what they want to land at any given time. You get it, as you can see, leads to a great deal of conversions that can sometimes go off the top. So a big part of fighting Bayonetta is understanding the best ways you can counter that, and then when the Bayonetta catches on, figure out how to counter that counter. Chris is holding on to a pretty solid lead, even with that stock loss. I think at this point he's in a very strong position to take this game. With that said, Bayonetta is a character known for explosive damage output, so anything can happen. Chris, once more, doing very well to keep Bayonetta in advantage. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, those big kicks, those can really do you in if you're not ready for them. Now, with that said, back throw, not quite doing it. However, it's going to reset the situation, so we're going to see if Chris has learned from last time, and will be able to adapt to those kicks from ledge from the Bayonetta. Didn't quite pan out in this situation, and he got clipped again, but at this point, he has so much of a lead, and one good hit's going to do Bayonetta in, that I'm still pretty confident he's going to take it. And there you have it. Explosive Flame, especially on a stage like Yoshi's Story, that can be very scary. Yoshi's Story has a lower ceiling, which means that odds are that's going to kill earlier. And while we await the next set,
Start battle. Palutena.
for those in the audience, I'd like to say thank you very much for joining today. Bulldog Brawl is hosted in the beautiful Pickler Memorial Library, which is where you're seeing this Game 3 happen right now. Chris, once more, has a very convincing lead on YEETUS here, and we're going to see if he's going to be able to take that all the way to the bank and advance to losers finals. Immediately, we can see Bayonetta's just racking up a good amount of damage from those kicks. Those are definitely something that, especially a character like Palutena, has to worry about. For those who don't know, the most effective way, on the whole, to deal with those kicks is to use your block move. However, Oh, that's good. Sorry about that, folks. For those who don't know, a big concern in this matchup for Palutena is that she doesn't quite have any very long hitboxes near her. You see the explosive flame and the auto reticle, but at the same time, those are lacking and are more meant for long range, when afterburner kick is something that can jump Bayonetta from long range to point blank range. As you can see here, it's really just starting to fall out of... Oof, that was rough. Sorry, I don't think I have much to say to that. However, situations reset, it's a new stock, Chris still has this. One thing I really like that Chris is doing is he's going for a lot of those 2 frames on YEETUS' up Bs. Bayonetta's up B tends to poke through stage quite a bit, so one good snipe from that is a great way to tucker out resources and generally make it so that Bayonetta's a harder time coming back. Wonderful little catch on that kill confirm there. I was confused when Chris didn't immediately hit YEETUS for DIing in, because that was guaranteed, but I suppose he had better things in mind. Nair chains like that are definitely what Palutena's moneymaker is in this matchup. Unfortunately, I don't think that she can quite match Bayonetta pound for pound. However, little conversions like that, as difficult as they may be to land, are definitely going to help Chris keep pace with YEETUS' insane damage output. As you can see, sometimes with Bayonetta, all I can take is 1 or 2 openings, and she has made just as much damage as you've made in 5 or 6. That was a very smart wait. He understood that the witch time was coming, and didn't fall for it. Oof. Too bad he missed that down throw, though. There's your kill confirmed. That right there is an example is why those down tilt 2 frames are so valuable. On Palutena, all you need is 1 of those, especially on a character like Bayonetta is quite light, and that's just a kill. Which, when your down tilt is as active as Palutena's is, that's a big deal. It all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful little parry, immediately sweeping him back off stage. Chris is doing very well to be mindful of YEETUS as he comes back, but these ABKs seem to be giving him a bit of trouble. Sometimes with it's honestly better to just let her go back to center. Those ABKs are never ever worth challenging unless you really need to make a play. Again, here you can see very wonderful use of that Nair and those horizontal something moves to consistently reset YEETUS to those corner situations. Since from there, that's where Chris can start limiting YEETUS' options. That's where he can start getting more of an advantage. Now, with that said, the situation is just in reversed, and we saw before that F smash can be quite deadly. Palutena, not the strongest recovery, however, I have faith in Chris. Double down throw. Unfortunately, nothing off of that. That Nair is doing so much work for Chris in this matchup. You see, every time it sends horizontally, that's a very favorable angle. Unfortunately, clipped by that Nair, clipped by that witch time, it's over. We, at the moment, unsure if this is the start of a comeback, or if this is a fluke. For those just tuning in, I'd like to thank you once again for coming to Bulldog Brawl. It's hosted in Truman State University's beautiful Pickler Memorial Library. For those who don't know anything about the building, it's actually got quite the unique architecture. You can't see it on this stream, but the inside of the building is what used to be the outside of the building. So as you walk in, you're going to see this wonderful brick wall like you're looking at the outside. Effectively, it's a library within a larger library, which is very cool to be at. Definitely, at least in my opinion, one of the nicest places on campus.
Give me your thoughts on Cuban Missile Crisis.
Ah, I see. Unfortunately, the Cuban Missile Crisis is not Smash related, so I had no comment.
There you go.
Pretty cool shit.
Yes. I was just filling the lovely audience at home in and about the Pickle Library. However, now there's actually a game, so I can commentate on that. I observed before that a major strong point for Chris in this matchup is when he connects those nairs and those fairs, they send very horizontally. As you can see here, that sends Bayonetta to the corner where he can better go for those down tilt 2 frames. That's where he's getting a lot of mileage. Of course, the one thing that's giving him some trouble is those afterburner kicks, because as I'm sure you well know, you get hit by one of those things, you're going for a ride.
It's Bayonetta.
Yes.
Yeah, I was getting hit by it as well.
You want to take a seat? I am being joined on the mic by
BPM. BCPM. But so both characters, I think Bayo might be a little better than Pell. I'm sure they're about the same height.
I think you're correct on the weight thing. I know that a lot of Bayonetta's strength comes in her evasiveness, not her durability.
So, I didn't really see last game. Chrisalash wasn't getting many up airs on Bayo. Sometimes Bayo can go high, but most of the time he was definitely using down tilt to knock him away.
I noticed that as well. He was able to connect the down tilt back air at one point, which is a very valuable little kill confirm.
And Bayo can't really get up the ledge that well because her nair kind of shield.
Oh, does that scoop up side B?
Yeah, cover her side B.
I didn't know that. Good to know.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let's see if Chris knows it.
Yep. So far as YEETUS is down stock, so chrisalash is doing something for chrisalash. One tag. Yeah, just keeping him in disadvantage. This is recognizing that YEETUS is going for those witch times off the ledge to try to catch some move, a move at tilt. Or something like that. That jab really good too.
For those who don't know, in one of the final patches, that jab was thought to be a very scary kill move with the ledge.
I almost lost to that jab. It's ethereal. Catching these landings, the dash tech, brilliant dash tech, has armor. Probably beat out the majority of Bayo's coach options too.
Yes.
This has a lasting hitbox as well.
Love the little weight there.
It's definitely not a full stock basically.
It all comes down to this. Is YEETUS going to be able to clutch it out, or is it going to be Chris?
I feel like Bayo is definitely one of those characters that if you have the lead, you can take it really far, but if you're down, it's a lot harder to bring it back. Like right here's, you're always taking 54 damage and pressing the panic option to try to get out of disadvantage, and he's taking more.
Right back in the corner. Uh-oh.
Right back there, but gets that well, I don't even know what that's called. It's like
The down tilt back air?
the frame one air dodge out of
Oh,
like the frame one air dodge.
that's called fast within. I've been noticing YEETUS has been getting a lot of mileage off of that, especially in those nair strings, because there's so many hits,
Right.
You just latch onto one, you're out.
But not gonna get that down smash. Kind of making a comeback. Still sub 100, so not quite at kill percent. That back air off ledge.
Just enough chip from those explosive flames, though. This could be curtains for YEETUS. However, it's not over yet. Wonderful read on the jump call out.
That was a good crouch to throw that forward. Maybe a rising aerial off ledge. We just knew that he's gonna jump.
There it is again, folks. That down tilt back air is crucial to Palutena's game plan. With this in mind, moving forward, we're going to be seeing chrisalash versus Decker. I will